Hi, I'm Lance Chancellor, Executive Director of the Jones County Emergency Management Agency. We've been neighbors with Mission at the Cross for the past 3 years, and let me tell you, they've been exceptional neighbors. It's amazing to see the transformation in the people who enter Mission at the Cross and then those who leave after some period of time. They're sheltered, they're fed, but more importantly, they're fed the Word of Christ and they're fed the gospel. You know, Mission at the Cross took a dilapidated old building that was on the border of our property that we oftentimes, thought, well, our next call is going to be to dispatch Laurel Fire Rescue to that building for a major fire, and hopefully our building won't be consumed in it. And they have made that into a just outstandingly beautiful facility that's serving the needs of homeless men in this community. And I tell you, if you haven't had the opportunity to look at the Mission at the Cross, I would encourage you to travel to Laurel, Mississippi and come look at it. Because you simply need to see what they've done, Richard Gina Hedrick and their staff, what they've done to transform that building into something that's not only beautiful, but that is functional, usable, and something that is helping to change lives every day. The main thing that you probably are asking yourself right now as you're listening to me talk is, does my community really need a Mission at the Cross? And I can answer that for you, and that is absolutely you do. Because believe it or not, there are homeless men in your community. You aren't seeing them. You may not be aware of them. You're not being exposed. You're not in the areas where these homeless people are actually staying, which is again under the bridges or in those dilapidated old houses or in abandoned cars. And what you really need to look at is the opportunity that you now have in your community for the Mission at the Cross to open and to serve the needs of those homeless people who are so desperately seeking something and not being able to find it. And the best part is, from a taxpayer standpoint, it's not going to cost you a dime.
My name's Alex Hodge. I'm the sheriff of Jones County here, and we certainly are here today to talk about the Mission at the Cross and those that have been a part of that project and those that continue to be a part of it. And we certainly have welcomed them into our community, and they've done an outstanding job. Not only from the standpoint of cleaning up one of probably the oldest parts of town by remodeling that building and opening up various different shops and ministries through that organization, but they've also helped us clean up our county. They've been very receptive to those who are in need that may not have a nick or knack or go to certain other areas of ministry that are being offered across the county. But they have their own little special knack, their own little special group there. It's been rewarding for me personally. I spoke down there on numerous occasions to those guys and brought devotions and other things, and they're just a very encouraging group of people, and I can assure you that when they get there, if it works like it works here, I can only speak for what happens here, but there's absolutely been nothing but positive things from this project here in Jones County.
Hello, I'm Bobby Johnson with Mississippi Department of Corrections. I'm a field officer. I work house arrest. When the Hellfighters first came to Jones County, we were all skeptical about the Hellfighters. We'd never heard of it. We didn't know much about it. We just sit back and look for a while. We did not jump in right off the bat and join them. And they had been here for about a year and a half, 2 years before we started using them. After we started using them and started finding out more detail about this, we thoroughly have enjoyed great success by Hellfighters. If you don't have God in your life or not introduced to Jesus Christ, you're not going to make a change in your life. And the Hellfighters use Christian ethics the whole time. Work on a day-to-day with Hellfighters. I know Hellfighters works.
My name's Marvin Gavin. I'm a retired building contractor from Laurel, Mississippi. At least I thought I was retired. I've been quit building for several years until I met somebody called Mike Shirley, and he told me they were starting a Mission at the Cross. He and Richard Hedrick had this vision from God, and so I come down to help that day, and I've been here ever since. When we first started, we thought, well, maybe we'd have people off the street to come in for a lunch or something, but that's not what it turned out to be. It turned out to be people's lives being changed, and it's a Jesus Christ thing. That's what we present here at Mission at the Cross. Everything we do is bathed in prayer, and we put Jesus at the forefront. And I just want to encourage anybody to be interested in starting a mission like this. It'd be well worth your time and effort. Thank you.
One of the most awesome things that's happened in my life is being able to be a part of Hellfighters Motorcycle Ministries and Mission at the Cross. We run a tight ship at Mission at the Cross. We don't allow men to come in and just, it's not a hangout, it's not a place where you just come and hang out. We're a working ministry. We don't charge people any money to come in and stay at the mission, but you do work there. Everything that's been built at our mission, the men that stay there, our guests, as we call them, they're the ones who help build what we build. The carpentry and everything that's done is done by the men in local churches and all there at Mission at the Cross.
My name's Roger Tucker, and I live here in Laurel, Mississippi at Mission at the Cross. 40-something years, I lived my life the way I wanted to, lived in the world, and I've been addicted to drugs. It stole everything I had. You know, I lost everything I had, lost friends, I lost my family, lost jobs, lost my house, and I moved in, and they were growing, I was growing, and I've kind of grown with the mission. And Jesus told me, you know, he wanted me to work with men that were in the same situation I was. Well, I didn't know it at the time, but he already had the place built that I was supposed to come to, and he sent me here. And it's a long term for guys that come in here and they do good, are doing good, and they are growing, and they get a job. It helps them out financially, get back on their feet, and it just shows them that there is a better life out there, and that's where we are today.